Hey guys, how's it going? So, just had a bit of a run into town. Been and picked a few bits from Tesco's, and I've literally just put some fuel in, and I've also got our new friend with us for the holiday season. I don't know if you can see that. That's my the end of my Christmas tree poking through. It's a 6 foot Nordman tree, so non-drop. Well, apparently non-drop. They do still drop the odd needle, but they're not as bad as the classic like. So finally got my tree. They've gone up in price a bit this year, so I'm assuming the UK had a bad harvest or something. So yeah, I mean, you know, I've been ending my last couple of vlogs saying hopefully next week's will be a bit better. It's been a bit of a trial this week. I'm just trying to think what night it was. Maybe, let's see. You know, I can't remember. It was. I'm sure it was midweek sometime. It'll have either been Thursday. Yeah, it was. It was like Tuesday night, Wednesday AM. I get a call from my brother, and what had happened was the respite centre that my dad's in had rung my mother, who of course has been in Liverpool, and obviously she couldn't do anything from there. You know, I mean, she's the other side of the country. And so she rang my brother, and what had happened was, I mean, you know, most of you'll know his brain's a bit sort of fried after the stroke, which happened about 8-9 months ago now, and he's still not very good in the head. And he'd had some, from what I can gather, he'd had some after 8 chocolates on the side next to his bed. Now this was, you know, late at night like, and also what was there that my mother had brought in and had been left there, and technically they should have been moved, was, you know the stuff that they put in urine bottles. It's like a bit like silica, isn't it? And it absorbs it and thickens it up so it can't sort of like pour out or spill or whatever. There was a couple of sachets of that on the side, and of course my dad's been working one-handed because his you know, his left side's shot. So it would appear that he'd torn them open and swallowed them. So, of course, from the home's point of view, they can't deal with that, so they had him sent to A&E. Now, the stuff isn't poisonous, but the concern is that it can swell in the throat, block the airways, stuff like that. So, of course, they had to call for an ambulance. So he was dashed off to A&E in the city of Hull, which is a busy A&E, trust me. So now I couldn't do anything because I didn't have a carer that night for the wife. So my brother had to get up. This was about 1 AM in the morning. He had to get up, get dressed, drive through to Hull, which is about, on a night, 0 traffic and a bit of a dash. You can do it in sort of like half an hour-ish, maybe a little over, depending on how many red lights you hit, really. My brother stayed there till, well, I think he got home about 5:30 in the morning, and of course he was shattered because he had no sleep, so he went off to bed. I went down and took over, and basically I was in A&E with him. In fact, an hour and a half of it was spent in a hallway, just waiting to be moved to a ward. I was there till around about 4 PM the next day, so pretty much I spent all day standing in A&E. And my brother then came back, took over again, and I got a message off him about 4:30 saying he'd finally been moved to the acute assessment unit. And he was basically, what they were keeping him in for wasn't the stuff that he'd swallowed. He was clear on that, but basically they decided he had a DVT in his left leg, a deep vein thrombosis, because his left leg was swollen, very smooth skinned and getting extremely hot, and it was red. So that all got cleared. He was released the next day in the end. So they got him, the ambulance took him back to the respite centre. I'd been and seen him there, and he seemed okay, a bit confused, you know, he's been dragged around all these different places, different faces. And then that night, about, you know, all was fine. I'd then gone to their house, actually, I'd gone to my parents' house as well. And I'd also been and erected a glass cabinet for my mother, a corner cabinet thing, which wasn't difficult, but had a lot of parts to it, because there was glass, rails and all sorts. That eventually got done. And then later that night, I'd had my tea. It would be about 8 PM. My brother rang me and said, I'm stuck here, I've only got my daughter with me, you know, he couldn't sort of like leave or anything like that. Got a young daughter. And basically he'd gone back to A&E, and what had happened was this time he was complaining of chest pains. They'd come out, decided his ECG, they weren't happy with it, so he was taken off to hospital. And this time he was in Scarborough A&E, which is around the same sort of distance. Crappier roads to drive on, but pretty much the same. So this time I had to go. So there was me, and I think I was there till about, I don't know, about 1:30, 2 AM, something like that, Friday morning. So of course I was shattered when I got back. I think it was about 3:30 when I finally got to sleep. So he's still in there. Basically, they've cleared him of the heart attack, but they now think that that problem with his leg may be an infection or cellulitis. So hopefully he'll be getting released from. They're treating him for that, and hopefully he will be released tomorrow, Monday. My mother's back now; she's seen him, and I think he's pretty happy to see her and what have you. So yeah, it's been pretty busy. Eventful. So anyway, I'm gonna get this tree in. I usually at least get it in the base and get the lights on it. Decorating wise, I'm not sure what's going to happen, so who knows, maybe I'll be doing that as well. So I'll catch you in a bit, guys. Time to get it in the stand. We're standing. It's a nice tree, so it's no, it's good. It's knocking 7 foot. Chicken and chips. That's all I'm having. It's been hectic again, but finally gotten rid of all the screaming kids. Rubbish everywhere at the minute, but that's the tree done. So finally, so there you go, guys. That's my weekend. Short, sharp, to the point. Busy week coming up. Working away Mansfield on Tuesday morning, early. Be leaving here probably about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, something like that. And then later in the week I've also got the Hastings and Fairfield run, so that's a big one. Usually end up getting about 5 hours sleep at best. So that's pretty much it anyway, guys. So I've told you what's been going on with the week. I've just had some tweets coming out from Dale Sutherland. He's been watching something to do with The Hobbit, and he's tweeted some links saying, and this happens. So I'm guessing it's spiders. I think he's a bit fearful of giant spiders. So anyway guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to go and have my tea, catch up with some more YouTube, and and those earphones, by the way, make sure you check them out on my tech channel. Absolutely loving them at the minute, they're really good. And there will be a review of those up next week. So there you go. But do make sure you check those out. They're really good value for money, definitely. Bluetooth 4 they are. So I'll leave it there anyway, guys, and I'll catch up with you next time. Okay, cheers guys, see ya.